President Trump and the MAGA movement just got some incredible news out of the Ninth Circuit Court. Rioters attack ICE in Portland, Oregon with weapons, fire, molotov cocktails, and baseball bats. Plus, you won't believe what's happening in New York City right now. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. It really helps me out as a small news station, so thank you so much. Well, Kamala Harris is facing some humiliation. She secretly asked for a meeting with billionaire Mark Cuban, saying, "I'm not going to run for governor of California. That would be a step backwards for my political career. I'm going forward to be president of the United States." Mark Cuban said, "Good luck. No money from me, and I'm not running as your vice president." Now, why does this lady think that she deserves to be president of the United States? She got absolutely crushed in the election against Donald J. Trump. And now, for some reason, she has this confidence that she should be the future president. You are not going to believe what Governor Kathy Hochul just said she wants to do with taxpayer money in New York. I am so grateful that I do not live in New York City. This would make me so crazy. Listen to what this terrible governor is up to.
Nothing on New York Governor Kathy Hochul, because she's put her money where her mouth is. She's going to spend millions of your taxpayer dollars for legal services for illegal immigrants.
We're also concerned about those that are walking out of this courthouse taken away from their families. They don't have the attention. They don't have the lawyers. And that's why the state of New York is providing $50 million to cover legal services for people who are finding themselves in this situation.
$50 million to make sure that illegal immigrants and their families are kept safe, that they're given lawyers. These people don't belong in the United States of America. They've probably already received over $100,000 of taxpayer money. And yet Kathy Hochul, because it's not her money, she's using the paycheck, or excuse me, the checking account that's connected to your tax ID number to bail out people versus helping American citizens. It's gross to me. It's really bothersome, actually. Now, today, a federal appeals court has ruled that President Donald Trump can retain control of around 4,000 California National Guard troops deployed to the LA riots to help with further ICE investigations and arrests. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals unanimously overturned a lower court's decision that would have returned command to Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, the court found Trump likely acted within his authority, though they said he probably should have formally told Gavin Newsom in writing that he was going to do it. But he kind of did. He called him at 1 a.m. They sent emails back and forth. It rejected California's claim that the deployment violated state sovereignty, saying the president acted within a range of honest judgment. Gavin Newsom, who called the move illegal and provocative, may appeal to the Supreme Court. Here's what President Trump wrote on Truth Social. Big win in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals on the president's core power to call in the National Guard. The judges obviously realized that Gavin Newsom is incompetent and ill-prepared. But this is much bigger than Gavin, because all over the United States, if our cities, our people need protection, we are the ones to give it to them should state and local police be unable, for whatever reason, to get the job done. This is a great decision for our country, and we will continue to protect and defend law-abiding Americans. Congratulations to the Ninth Circuit. America is proud of you tonight. Now, Gavin Newsom rebutted President Trump with lies. Here's what he wrote. Donald Trump, doesn't even call him President Trump. Donald Trump is not a king and not above the law. Tonight, the court rightly rejected Trump's claim that he can do whatever he wants with the National Guard and not have to explain himself to a court. We will not let this authoritarian use of military soldiers against citizens go unchecked. Now, what is this guy talking about? They didn't rule in your favor just because they said maybe he should have put it in writing. I mean, they told him he has the authority and the right to command the military in and outside of the United States of America. So just because you are going to appeal to the Supreme Court doesn't mean that Donald Trump lied or broke the law. You, my friend, are the liar. All right, now while we're on the topic of Democrats, let's talk about another one who loves to play saint. According to Jesse Waters, Kamala and Joe used USAID to find the root cause of migration. They paid a consultant who pled guilty to stealing money from American taxpayers for over a 10-year period. These guys are terrible. Let me go ahead and run this Jesse Waters clip, and then I want to hear from you guys about everything that I've been sharing with you today.
The southern border is a ghost town. Every bad hombre in the third world knows we're not spread eagle anymore. They love Joe, and his borders are Kamala. She was never really interested in building a wall. She just wanted to find root causes.
We want to work with you to address both the acute causes as well as the root causes. We are focused on addressing both the acute factors and the root causes. Not only the root causes, but the acute causes. To look at the root causes and the acute causes. My trip to Guatemala and Mexico was about addressing the root causes. Addressing the root causes of irregular migration. For the past 3 years, I have led our administration's efforts to address the root causes of migration.
And we're learning now that she did what Joe did and tried to pass that work off onto someone else. Using USAID, they wrote up a contract worth up to $800 million for consultants to find the root causes for them. But here's the problem. Walter Barnes III, the man who founded one of these companies that got the cash, was a known con man. He just pled guilty to a decade-long USAID bribery scheme. And the government knew he was shady for years, even before they gave him all the money. Now, in 2023, the USAID Inspector General said Barnes lacked honesty and integrity. But on the same day, he was awarded an $800 million contract. They had good reason to be suspicious. Over the years, Barnes secured big money deals by bribing USAID employee with pricey basketball suites, a trip to the vineyard, and even a down payment on a house. Isn't that nice? And once he got paid, Barnes burned through pallets of cash, doing everything but what we paid him to do. We reached out to Walter, never got back to us.
$800 million to do nothing. Just a giant con man pulling off a giant con. Let me know in the comments, does this make you angry? This guy was going around pretending like he was figuring out the root cause. Like, I could have told you, like, the back of the binder, you would have just held up. Like, what is the root cause of all of our problems? Oh, it's Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was the root cause, and USAID was used to buy off Democrats and buy votes, and now they're going bankrupt because they don't have USAID and the financial levers of the federal government. They're literally broke. Their party is broken. They are going down. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Kamala Harris awarding her friend $800 million to do nothing? What do you think of her asking Mark Cuban, hey, you're a white billionaire. Why don't you run for president with me? No way. I'm not attaching my name to anything that has to do with Kamala Harris. She is absolutely terrible. All right, I'm going to keep it short. I love you guys. If you could, give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 2 million amazing truth seekers. I love you, and I will see you on the next video.